Hey everyone! We've all had that dream, right? Waking up, checking your bank account, and seeing money there that you didn't have to work for. That's the magic of dividend investing. But if you're planning to live off that income forever, there are a few math realities we need to talk about for 2026. Today, I'm breaking down how much you actually need and why chasing the highest numbers might actually make you poorer. First, let's look at the math. It's actually pretty simple. You take the amount of money you want every year and divide it by the dividend yield percentage. That tells you your target. For example, let's say you want $50,000 a year. If you put all your money in a low-yield stock like Apple, which pays about 0.39%, you'd need over $12.5 million. That's a lot of iPhones. But if you look at a Dividend Aristocrat like Pepsi, which has a yield around 3.8%, you'd only need about $1.3 million. Still a big number, but much more realistic. Now, you might be thinking, why not just find a stock paying 10% or 20% and get there faster? Here is the human truth. High yields are often a warning sign. In 2022, 3M looked like a rock star. They had raised dividends for 66 years straight, but in 2024, they cut it. AT&T and Walgreens did the same. When a company pays out a huge dividend, it's a dollar they aren't using to grow the business. And if the business stops growing, that dividend you're counting on can disappear overnight. There's also something called total return. Research from Vanguard shows that focusing only on dividends can make your portfolio less balanced. You end up with a lot of defensive stocks like soap and healthcare, but you miss out on the fast-growing tech world. In a recent 10-year test, a total market portfolio actually beat a dividend-focused one by about 1% every year. That might not sound like much, but over decades, it's a fortune. So, what should you actually do? It depends on your age. If you're under 35, focus on growth. You have time to handle the ups and downs of the market. Building your base of capital is the most important thing right now. If you're 35 to 50, start shifting. Maybe move 10% or 20% of your portfolio into dividend funds to start building that side income. If you're nearing retirement, this is when dividends shine. You can have a bigger chunk of your money generating that steady check to pay your bills. Reality and taxes. One more thing for 2026. Don't ignore the boring stuff. Right now, high-yield savings accounts and treasury bonds are paying around 3% with almost zero risk. Why risk your life savings in a shaky stock for a 3% dividend when a bond gives you the same thing for less stress? And finally, a quick tip on taxes. If you hold your stocks for more than 60 days, your dividends are usually qualified, meaning they are taxed at a lower rate, sometimes even 0% depending on your total income. If you want to avoid taxes entirely, try investing through a Roth IRA where your earnings grow tax-free. The bottom line? Dividends are a great tool, but they aren't a shortcut. Focus on growth while you're young, watch out for too good to be true yields, and always do the math first. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.